I think it's working. Let me run through a couple buttons here. There, that's got it. Okay. Yeah, it's gotten to that point. I got to clean the desk. Ken knows everything. Well, like to think so. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, so it's like 4 o'clock in the East Coast. Gare's here. It's probably like, you know, well, it's almost dinner time for him. He's probably already been working all night. Well, I got to clean off this desk and get stuff organized, packed up, put away, sorted out, find out where it belongs, what is it. See if there's stuff I got to identify, and just get them into flips and, you know, labeled and marked thusly. There you go. It's not too hard, you know. Here's a 1954 dime. There you go. Looks good. There he is. It's got a little speck there. It's gone. But I got to find out what I got here, what it is. If it needs to be, you know, moved out the door, put it into packages, or, you know, right for the package. You must have slept yesterday. Yeah, I slept a good part of it. Went over to my brother's house. Did nothing. She was gonna make dinner, but I got fortunate. We went out to eat instead. It was so much better than her cooking. You can't eat that stuff. Oh, good. I got a couple of these. Here's something I've been hoping to find. Every now and then I come across these. I sell one off. I slide the rest aside. But they're just in a flip all by themselves. No piece of paper, which is probably why I never find them. Here's a neat one to look for. Okay. Home. There you go. These are 1955s. Real pretty ones. Not a thing wrong with them, unless you look up close. Oh, let's see. Here's a scope. I get rid of that nasty old flip. Let's look at them up close and personal like. I went through this roll. I picked out, I don't know, a dozen of these. And you find a little clash mark out of the neck. But if you tilt it right, you can see another clash mark left of the date. And you can pick it up easier with your eyeball. And there's usually one right in front of the chin. You come over here, and I'm looking for an O beside the head. Some of them have that, but they're pretty good clashes. You get some wheat stops up at the top. Let's see if we can find some of those in this next one. There's a bit of wheat stock between a D and W. Gonna be hard to see on this shot. Turn it around here. Where are you? This one? There you go. You go one clash under the neck, the next clash left of the date. We got an O on this one. No, it's a softer one. And a little bit of wheat stock up at the top. And the last one. About the same. Anything? We have the O. One of them's got an O beside the head. Okay, not seeing it on these. No matter. A couple of decent clashes. You can almost pick that one out, depending on your internet service and how good you're streaming. That one might not pick up for you. But those are 3 clashes, and I'm just going to get them labeled up and stuck in flips. Alrighty. I had these printed labels, and I don't know where the hell those went, so I'm back to using just little cut-up slips of paper for now. 1955S. So it'll be a quiet stream. I'll try to keep up with chat if possible. There we go. Now I got all these used flips because I use them, right, to show stuff off, but when I send it out, I put in a new flip. And that works. Because these will be in and out for a while. Maybe a couple of times. But I put a new flip in front of the customer, and he's pretty happy there. Yeah, these are beautiful shape. Let's look at the back. Oh, I didn't look at the back for clash. Let's see what we got on the back. Some polish marks. A few contact marks. Good and sharp. I don't see any clash marks here, though. The polish mark is usually an indicator that it was a clash, but they scraped it off. And right along the E is a great spot for it. Sometimes going to the inside of that N, below and cent. A little more on that side. No. How you look over here? Probably the exact same. What's really neat, ooh, that's what I got to do, is get a couple of these clashes that have polishing marks identical. All right, let's see if we can find inside that E. All right, I need a pointy stick. How pointy is that one? Not very. How about this one? This one's good. Okay, can you see on that E, on the inside, right off the center point, coming down at a slight angle? That's what we're looking for. Can you see that mark where you are? That's just a little polish line. I'm going to see if I can duplicate that over here. It's not the same. I don't see the same mark. So this suggests it's a different die. Because they should be, I mean, identical down to these polishing marks. Let's get that first one out. I put one away already. Good morning, Cindy. Well, Cindy, what are you doing up this time of day? Oh, you're taking care of the youngins, probably. Okay, here's a third one. Okay. Here, I've got a pretty, where is it? That one? No, that's number 2. This is number 3. Yeah, I'm looking for, perfect, got it. Okay, let me move this one aside. That's the first one we looked at, and we're trying to find that polishing mark right off the center of the E, and it comes down with a slight tilt to it. If I come over to this next one, I see that same exact contact mark. This is better as a learning tool, I tell you. See this, or not contact, polishing mark, same thing, exactly the same, because it's on the die. And it'll translate then to every single coin it makes. You know, that is a better, let me push that first one, because that one's different in its own flip. That's a good training tool for polishing marks. Yeah. That'll be better. Good morning. Haven't slept. My kids are grown. Well, good. Now, I got home about midnight or so. You know, we just stay up watching TV or something. Okay, let's see what else we can find for marks. All right, there above the U. If I get my stick here, let's see. Pretty good set of marks right there by the U in particular. And some more. They're in this, you know, they're in this direction because it's a rotary grinder that they're using to polish this thing up with. I want to see that same mark over here. Same direction. But there's that longer mark right going into that top of that U. There you go. How about that by the E? Is that a mark? It's inside the shadow here. Let's see if that mark is the same on the other. Not quite seeing that. Okay, I got a bit in the corner of the E. And I've got a bit in the corner. That's perfect. These are die markers. It's like the fingerprint of the die. Morning, Corn Digger. Yeah, Cindy says, like a fingerprint, not in the literal sense, but that's exactly it. It's fine details that are identical from coin to coin to coin because it's on the die. It's a feature of the die. And I bet you we can find some more. Okay, we want to look at above the U, see the little thing, and above the I, little marks. Let's look at the U line and the I line. Now it looks like a long S, and this looks like a squiggle. Okay, can we find a long S right there and a squiggle? Perfect. That's a teaching tool right there. So if we look at the front, we can probably find the same thing. Oh, let's see. Let's find some fine lines and squiggles. This is hard. But when you really get into it, it's those little tiny details that will determine, you know, the source of the coin. Is it the same die or is it a different die? Okay, there we go. I know these will show up. Over here on the 55, along the edge, we have some issues where the die is just taking a beating on the corners, on the edges, on the edge of that die. So I'm going to find these same identical marks on the other coin, but that actually kind of looks like a plant. Well, let's look at it. I'm not seeing it here. So if they're not the same, right? If it's not the same mark from the same die, well, is it the same die, but the planchet is flawed? Now I got to get in close and look at this. Because it can be the same die, but if the planchet is flawed, say with a little bit of a lamination sort of thing going on, that would do it. But it's like you have twins, right? And they go out into the world, and this one's got a tattoo, and this one doesn't get a tattoo. This one likes country music, and that one likes rock and roll. I don't even see the darn things on that angle. Let's see if we can find some other mark. Some stray mark on the coin that I can find on the other one. Oop, where'd it go? Come back. Have we got one here? Let's look at that. Let's look for that. Got a long icicle looking thing here below Liberty on the coin number 2. Let's see if we got a coin number 1. And a long icicle mark. That's a scratch on the die. Good. So same obverse, same reverse dies. There's that icicle again. Okay. Those would be good for a class. Same die later or earlier. Well, you know, they come out of the machines at the same time. They go in the same hopper. From the hopper, they go to the same bag. They'll go to the same Federal Reserve Bank. And the same, rolling company. And they tend to stick together. That's why you get some places get a lot of cams or whams. We get a lot of whams down here in the southeast. I get a lot of 1914 double die number 3 of the Midwest. Okay, color and polish. That goes in. I got a box now for show. There it is. So I can that's for the show. I get the Greek letters all lined up. Here's another one I got to put in there. There. Okay, give me a separator. Now I can get my shows more organized. Because a lot of times I just go through and find out whatever I find, and that's good enough. Okay, we got die markers. That'd be a good show for die markers. I can probably do it again with some other coins. Yeah, I got some dimes here that'll be perfect for that. And they got the same clashes. Okay, good. That works. What's this one? What is this? Can't see a thing. There it is. Okay, I got a 1929. Been around. Should have been circulated, but still pretty good shape. Okay, we got bars. We got the diagonals. No mint mark. And decent rim. All right. Well, that one's considered. It's not quite XF, but it's pretty solid. That's a VF. Look at the detail in the hair and the feathers. They go all the way out. I want to see if I can see that bit by the B with my bare eye. Oh, hell no. That's a VF. I don't see anything wrong with it otherwise. Standard circulation. There. So I'm getting braided. Then I can look up the prices when it's time to do that. Okay, there's that 54S. What's this? It's a 1960 small date. Well, it's properly labeled. Yeah, that was not the best. I picked up a bunch of these. Moved up most of the good ones. I'm sure I got a few somewhere here. But you always left with some that they're just not quite the best. All right, well, you sell the best and to hell with the rest. I'll put together some packages or something with these in there. You got some heavier contact marks. Top of the shoulder, across Liberty. You know, around his cheeks and stuff. You get these scuffs up here in the field, but it's still, you know, a brilliant 1960 small date. Let's look at the back. Yeah, just, you know, water spots, blemishes. What's going on here? Stains. Great shape, but, you know, certainly not top end. Here's the back of that. You know, you get every bit of original luster, but that's like an MS-61. You know, a couple of bucks maybe. Well, some people still want a shiny one. I still haven't got my scope. Call them up. Where's my shit? Call them up. That's what you got to do sometimes. Make contact. I've had stuff, man, it just takes so damn long. Of course, I'm out here in the woods. All right, stuff takes a little longer sometimes. Yeah, mailman's sick. Nobody gets mail. You know, maybe they got a replacement for the day. Maybe not. What do you got here? I got a approaching fine, but I'm thinking that's not really all that great. Got a big Zorch or something beside that. What do you got there? What is that? Is that raised? That gives me a little bit of resistance right there. That's a pit. Probably somebody dropped in and hit a rock. Yeah. Some more on the bottom. You can see they're up and down. See what I'm talking about for raised metal? You know, if you jam something into a penny, you get this, you know, deformation. You get the ridges. It's a meteor crater, right? Because it shoves it up around where the, you know, where it was displaced. There you go. You get the furrows. That's what we're talking about, furrows. So a scratch, a bang, and a pop, and you end up with these furrows. That's a little bit of damage. What is this? Oh, it's a 1910. Well, I wouldn't go to fine. On fine, I like to see a sharp chin. I mean, sharp. I want to see a good sharp chin. And above here is the ridge line on his cheek. I like to see that sharp. Even with the lines on the back going up most of the way. See, I'd like to call that fine, but with these pits, no, that takes it down to filler grade. The front looks okay, but I give it very good at best. That's a filler. I'll put that in a filler bag and put a bunch of those out. I'm tracking it. What's average price just on General Mercury dimes? Cull, they're like $1.10 nowadays, right? I mean, you got better shape. You're on, you know, for one, a couple of bucks. I mean, I was doing 10 different dates on like this, 10 different dates for, and getting 18 to 20 in bids. So, you know, a couple bucks. Circulated. Yeah, this would probably run you a couple of bucks. You get a whole bunch of them, you can get them, you know, $1.50. Yeah, I probably paid you know, like $1.42 on that. Okay. I put 10 of them together. It cost me 14. I sell it for 18 to 20. I make a little. It's more importantly, I put some neat coins in front of people. But you got to buy a few rolls. Yeah, 1923, not a winner. That's probably very good. What's on the back? Oh, no min mark, darn it. But I got a full complete rim. We got some lines. Okay. It's a start. You know, get people starting on a different group of stuff. What's this bag? I think this is my bag I want to put stuff in. Yeah. What is that? Oh, what is that? Ooh, what's that? Oh, it is. It is. It's a reprocessed steel scent. So now we're going to talk about that. Yeah, that's like shining almost. Almost like a mirror. That's different than it should be. All right, so we're going to do a show about that. Yeah, a lot of those steel sets, they got rusted and shit and beat up. No, just kind of run down over time. Became all the rage back in the 60s, 70s, and into the 80s to reprocess the darn things, right? Just plate them again. Where'd that one I had go? That I was looking at. Is that it? No, that's a different one. I don't know what to do with that. Put it back. So you get all those steel scents, they've been plated again and then, you know, handled ever since. So they get this almost a glossy look to them. But you can tell them apart pretty easy. It's the appearance of it. You know, the fact that where there was a scratch or a pit or a ding, that's plated and just as shiny as the rest of it. Do you ever clean up and feel like it's a Christmas? Sometimes, dude. I find some neat stuff on this desk. I found a 14D, couple of 31S's, half cents, a whole pile of barber hats. A whole pile of them. Yeah, sometimes you get stuff. Oh yeah, when did I get this? You know, there's some large cents back there I gotta find. Oh, a couple of seated halves I gotta dig up. I don't know what's in there. There's a 1847 Newcomb 4 back there. I'd like to sell that off. I could use the 250 bucks, you know what I mean? What is this? It's a 1945 unremarkable. Okay, it goes in the bag. Oh, is that it? What's that? 1985 proof. With some scuffs on the holder. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to put the proofs together so I can do batches of those. Nothing wrong with that. Put that in the sell it box. 1955 BU Clash goes in the sell it box. Nope, it's starting to slide back there. There you go. So you get those dimes in. Well, you got to go through them, of course, and see if there's anything that's a little better. Let's see, 1929, pretty decent shape. This one gets fine. I got a little ding there at 4 o'clock, but for fine, fine is a bit more forgiving, which is what the F stands for. There you go. And you get an S, but a solid rim. Okay, the book says $4. Okay, do you put that out with the, you know, the 10 different pack? It says $4 to $5 for the book. Well, it turns out I don't have a 1929S for my own damn set. Okay, maybe we'll just put it back there. Okay, these came in, but I got a damage on the rim here. But I'm looking at this trying to decide, is it a damaged rim or is this a lamination? Yeah, it is an alloy. But the way it impacts the rim, I don't think it's a lam. It doesn't have the same pattern. It's got more of a thunk to it. I'm not. Nah, it's pretty and all, but this is good for probably, you know, $1.10. This is melt value on this. That's a 1955D. Good looker. But now I got here regular damage. You know, anything wrong with it? Fully glossy. Got all this luster to it. Yeah, looks like a hit to me. And a couple of marks above the top bands. 55D. Now, if it wasn't for that, it'd still be, you know, MS61, 60 maybe. But that one, that takes it out of contention. It's no longer gradable. All right, put that out and melt. But I can put together a bunch of these, perhaps. 1960 what? 60D. Oh, I finally found prices on that 63 I was looking at. I wonder where I put that. There you go, 1960. Not a thing wrong with this. This is downright respectable, but they made a lot of these in 1960 in Denver. Oh, and there's a couple of hairs in here, so don't worry about the hairs. And that's a, what is that, cardboard or some darn thing? It's gone. Yeah, and where's the D? There's the D. And there's a hair down here. Well, don't pay any attention to that. This is in good shape. All right, the book says like $4. But I do 4 different BU Rosies for $10, and they snatch them up. And that's one of them hairs. There's another one here somewhere. All right, I have to clean that out. All right, let's see what we got. I get coffee. You guys got coffee? Take a break. Go make a pot of coffee. Wow, a lot of people awake. Well, it is Saturday morning, and let's face it, we're coin people. Oh, I gotta make a sign. Where's my Sharpie? It's been right here, knocking around for 3 days. I said, I'll just put it right here so I won't lose it. There it is. Got it. Now I need a piece of paper. Perfect. That's good too. I'll fold it because that'll work. Do I have any string? I'm afraid not. So I'm going down to my nephew's, right? And he's got, well, he's got 3 boys now, but when he only had 2, well, the one kid, man, he had a lot of sugar in him or something. He's just racing around. I'm playing with him. And all I got to work with is a piece of paper, and I found some tape, all right, a pair of scissors. So I took the piece of paper, cut eyeballs out of it, all right, drew on a big, scary mouth, taped it around his head. And he was running around the house for 2 hours with a piece of paper taped to his head. I might have to double up on this so it shows up. Have you seen CFA? Where is he? There he is. He got a new video out. Seems there's kids out there, you know, they're starting to collect coins. They're being made fun of by the other kids, you know, for collecting coins. Isn't that just the most petty thing you ever heard of? I bet Uncle Ken is so much fun. I'm the crazy uncle. You know, I teach him how to drink beer, how to curse, how to swear, how to catcall, pretty much how to be a contractor. Works pretty good. All right. Get yourself some tape. That should do it. And tape or sign together. Dun-dun-dun. Oop. There. And then you can wear it. There. I'm Ken and I'm a nerd. I like shit like this. I like old dimes. You ever see an old dime like that? Yeah. Meanwhile, you got the kids making fun of them, right? Ho ho, you're a coin guy. All right, and these kids that are making fun, you know, they got nothing to do when they get older except go to the store and buy beer. Meanwhile, you got this nerd over here, has spent many years going through rolls, picking out silver, buying a house, So all these other kids going out buying beer all night go to him the next day looking for a job. They don't call him nerd no more. Yeah. This is a hobby that can lead to so much more. There's a 1923, got a couple of marks on it. And that looks to be fine. See the feathers go all the way over. Look at the back. We should have some lines in the fasces. And we do. Okay. Good solid rim. All right. No mint mark. No focus. All we're looking at is blur here. But you know, you take your teen years from when you're 10 years old to when you're 14, 15, 16, and you will have your shit tight. 1923. Well, to tell you the truth, with those little marks in there, I'd put that in as a, you know, in a 10 different bag. Do I have a 10 different bag? I should. I'll need a baggie. There. Now I just have to save up and get 10 different of them. 10 different marks. 1923. Oh, I wrote 29. I don't know why. There. I'm not sure I can find 10 different. You know, and they learn this stuff. And man, it was much harder back in the day because there were like 4 books. All you could do was just go through pennies and learn, you know, as you go. 1925. This is pretty low grade, right? You still got a complete rim. A little soft in some details here. And a little weak on this side. This is probably good. Yeah, that goes into 10 different. $2 for 1925. Yeah. Probably cost me $1.40. I want a 10 different bag of the early years. Well, if it's just the early years, it'd be a little higher because I'll probably fit in some 40s. 25. Yeah. I've only got about, I don't know, 2 dozen of these to play with. But nowadays, you get so many more resources at your disposal. Geez, you can just watch these coin videos, and seriously, in a year or two, you're going to be on top of your game. I don't mind. I want a bag. Okay, $30. There you go. And that knowledge, dude, that's worth a whole lot more than $8 an hour flipping hamburgers, let me tell you. This one's decent shape. What was it, 36? Okay, you start getting into the 30s, the economy is just kind of picking up a little. Really, it's the 40s where the population of these things really starts to spike. 36. What's this one? 1928. Solid rim. Yeah, kind of grungy. Solid. Ooh, that one's getting closer to fine. What's a 1928 plain in very good? Better than very good. What's that go for? See a little mark in front of her nose, a little booger sticking out. Let's see. Let's pull up Numis. I'm going to load a page here, so bear with me. I mean, you get a 16-year-old kid. He can identify the coin, right? Grade it accurately. Look up the value. What the hell was the date on that? 1928. Come up with the market price. Respond to me, please. The computer is taking a crap. When it's done, it might respond to me. Setting up 3 cameras on this thing is just too darn much for it sometimes. I'm probably redlining. Let me look at the stream here. Still says orange. She has lightning bolt off her nose. Okay, if you like. It's just a little, you know, contact issue. Yeah. Let's look at the other side of her face. No, no, we can't do that. No mint mark. Getting a little soft over here at United. The rest of it looks pretty solid. Okay, are we there yet? Let's see if it loaded yet. It is still loading. Look at this. Screen. Can we see any of this? I'm trying to load Numas. This is what it's like at my house. There, it loaded. It loaded a little bit. That's a 1928. It's gone. Come back up. Come back. Stop. Then you gotta hit the pause because it wants to load 30 advertisements. So, you know, it loads an ad and then shifts the page. Okay, you're looking at $4 on this one. All right, not a big win. But you get into these 20s, yeah, even on low grade, they're a couple, $3, $4 a piece. 10 different. That's not too bad. You put a couple of these in. These are good for, you know, a couple of bucks. You can get Mercury dimes in bulk for $70 for a roll. But, you know, you got to drop $70. The thing is, he's not only going to learn about the coins, but history attached. Yeah. Well, if you just learn the craft, even if you don't get into the history, which, you know, is really where the good stories are, the good juicy stuff. You just learn the craft, right? Identify the coin, be able to grade it, tell if there's any die varieties going on in there. That's not it. And then come up with a market value estimation. So you can make more than $8 an hour flipping hamburgers. And you got an opportunity. 28. Then you got all the kids making fun of him, coming to say, hey man, I need a job. 1942, this is very fine. All the feathers all the way out. A little bit of a rim ding over there. It looks like a pretty small one. And when it goes into her neck, that's a big one. There you go. Almost complete lines. 42S. 42S. Yeah. What do you got here? 1941. Fine. Has some issues. I mean, that's good for, you know, this is probably good for a little better than melt. I mean, $1.50 for a Mercury dime, you know, $1.25 for a Mercury dime. Yeah, they're out there. You can get them. This would be what you get. 40 what? 41 nothing. I've gone to coin shows before, and here's a 20-year-old kid over here, right? He's got $15,000 worth of stock, right? Because he's been doing this for 15 years. Well, maybe 10 years. You know, just picking stuff out of rolls and trading them up and specializing and learning something about one particular series, even if it's just wheat pennies, right? And you say, wow, this is what you do for a living? Yep. Do you have another job the rest of the week? No. That's what he does. 20 years old, independent, self-employed, responsible, off the streets, and making a whole lot more than that kid who's going to be coming out of college with $100,000 in debt. He'll have his house paid for by the time he's 30. That kid coming out of college, hell, he won't even try to get a mortgage till he's 30. 1942, this is decent shape, okay? This is approaching VF. I'd give it a low-end VF. Any mint mark? No. 1942. 3, 6, 7, 8. I get 10 right here. I get 11 if I got that one over there. 1940. Okay, it's not screwed up. And it's probably fine. 40G. I got another one here. Didn't I have more? I thought I had more. I know I've got more. 1945. And that looks to be VF, full feathers. And they're calling him a nerd. Dude, there is nothing nerdy about getting a grip on an industry and making a lifestyle out of it. What the heck was that, 45? 45. And 29S. There it is. Ta-da! 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 23, 25, 36, 28, 42S, 41, 37, 42, 40D, 45, and 29S. 11 of them. Sign me up. I'm a nerd too. You want these, Cindy? I can set that aside for you. I'll write your name on there, Cindy. Is your real name spelled with an S or a C? Singer. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put that over here in the sale box. And we'll deal with that later, I suppose. Yes, how much? $20. You would get some other things, so I'll just hold it here till you're ready. And we can ship it all together. Okay, what's this Greek thing? Love the hair on these Greek statues. I guess it's just a lot easier to carve a curl than to draw, you know, stone hairs are tough, man. Yeah. I got the curly beard. What was it? Oh, I got this from Cheapskate. Yeah, I got to do a class on Greek letters. That's drachma. Over here you got Hellenic Republic, or Democratia. Democratia from 1992. 10 drachma. Whatever heck a drachma is. There it is. All right. That goes in the show box. He looks serious. He could be. I'll just stick that in there. We'll pull that out in the Greek show. What's this? A sack of wheat has to be looked through. See, red is stop. And green is go. That goes out the door. It's a simple color coding scheme that seems to work for me. He looks like he has nose hair. They got curly nose hairs too in Greece. It's the way the statue guys do it. All right, what's this? Then I get these stacks of cards. This is stuff that I don't know what it is. We got to sort this out. What's this? I think this has to be a piece of the bag of the candy I got. Yeah, look, that's a color match right there. Yeah, I like candy. Ain't nothing wrong with candy. Nothing there. What's this? I don't know the story on this. I don't know where it's from. I don't know what it's doing here. I don't know why I have it. 2005. But if you look at the texture of the surfaces, this is a satin. But why is it so darn yellow and blue? Okay, well, they're going to tone just like any other coin. Here you go. Beautiful toning on this. Now on the satins, 2005, Ocean of View, you get in there and you look at those trees. Because there are a number of double dyes you want to look for. And this one catches my eye right straight away. Right up at the top of this branch, I got a little bit of a blemish that wants to be looked at. On the end of this, I guess something needs to be looked at. This looks like it might be mechanical doubling here. I'm not sure here. Okay, that wants to be looked at right away. And this in particular gets my attention. Could this be MD and this be MD and that be MD and that be MD? That's probably going to be what I got. I can tell you right now, that's MD and that's MD and that's MD. Most of it looks okay. But that bit right here has my attention. And on 2005D, there's like 50 of these double dies. So I'm just going to stick that in a holder up to the side. And we'll look at that another time. (2005D) MD and DDR. There. I can figure out what the hell that is. 2005D Satin MD DDR. Oh, and add a question mark because I haven't verified that's a DDR. So I'll look at that later when I get time. That does not go in the sale box. That'll go in this box right here. The cleanup. Oh, big fat copper. What do we got? Oh yeah, good color on it. Snow in the tree. That would be the appearance of extra metal. All right, got this a while back. It's in pretty decent shape. Where the hell is it? It's a bouquet Sioux. There's the bouquet. So you got what do you got here? Roses. That's supposed to be a rose. Right. It's pretty old, pretty worn. Kind of a weak strike to begin with. You got some wheat here, right? You got thistle. That's your Canadian thistle. You ever been around Canadian thistle? Man, that stuff will rip you up. All right. Then you got shamrocks. And the way these are patterned, there's a couple of dozen obverse designs on these. There's a couple of dozen reverse designs on these. And what the hell, is there a date on this? Okay, but this is a neat giveaway right here where you have the doubling on the E. And if you could see this would be doubling on the A as well as on the L. And you can just barely see it up here. Okay, so it's un sou, as they say in France or Canada. This is their idea of colonial currency. And where is it? It is a Boss Montreal, or Boss Canada. And this is an Upper Canada token, is what it is? I forget, I'd have to look it up. Agriculture and Commerce, it's a halfpenny token. They're kind of neat, but you got to get the book. Where's the book? Keep it where you can get to it real easy. Okay, Nova Scotia, Lower Canada. I'm going to get a Tiffin token next. All right, let's make some space here. All right. Oh, you can't see a thing. Oh, there it is. Look at the book out. This is Haxby. Real handy. Coins in Canada. Coins of Canada. Haxby and Wiley. It's the equivalent of the Red Book, but for Canadians. All right, let's try to find out what we're looking for here. Look, it is a bouquet Sioux. And there's a story about it. Okay, there you go. Agriculture and Commerce token, Basque Canada. Then you got all the freaking designs. Mind you, there's more over here. There's more on this page. What are you doing? I'm stuck in the drawer. There. So which obverse is it? Which reverse is it? Then you're going to come up with what's the grade on the damn thing. Yeah, here's more designs. Dude, this is like, where the hell was it? I think it's a J10. Okay, J9. Probably good for, $8. $8? Seriously. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? $8. Yeah, all right. Would you pay $8 for something this old? What kind of dates you have on these? There are no dates. These were produced. Here, you can look. Here, look at this for a minute. What's the screen? Home. There's the thing. Here's a penny for size. When the hell they make these things? Oh, 1835 to 1837. These are the first bank tokens. All right. But in 1835, the banks refused to take any more anonymous brass pieces and other metallic trash, except by weight. So to supply a copper coinage, the Bank of Montreal began issuing half-penny tokens of good weight. And these bitches were born. Okay. The value was inscribed in French on the reverse, un sou, but was incorrectly expressed by the plural form sou, S-O-U-S, rather than S-O-U. Man, I can't see anything. There's too much shit on the desk. I'm out of room. Here, get up here. Screen. There's a scope. I'll put that over here. So it should be S-O-U instead of S-O-U-S. So there's a later date. Okay, because the early ones are S-O-U-S. Yeah, that's what it is. Banque de Poupelle. The first sou of the Banque de Poupelle. Poupelle? Banque de Poupelle? What the? I don't speak, stupid. You can't speak. These Canadians are kind of messed up here. Really, they are. Where's the home? Banque de Poupelle. Can you? Does this make sense? That's not even a word in French. Yeah, whatever. Well, that's the story of them. They're 1830s, 1840s. P-E-U. It's like purple, but with an extra E and no R. Banque de People. I think it means the People's Bank or some darn thing. That's not a word. None of this are actual words. Stop it, Canada. You got to stop this. Just really enough. There it is. Ain't they pretty? I mean, when they're in good shape, yeah, they get up there. You can spend how much you want to spend on those. A couple of $100. Low grades such as this one, they're quite affordable. Honestly, get yourself one of these old beasties. Yeah, it's pretty wore out. Now here, you see the solid rim? This suggests they made a lot of these and didn't really take care of the die. Let's look at the other side. There you go. So many designs. They make another die, but it doesn't necessarily match the first one. Well, check out the rim. The rim is solid, but that bitch is wore out. That's a rose? It's supposed to be. And Boss can come back. That's slid off. Boss Canada. If I tilt it, you can see the words a whole lot better. Maybe not. Oh, then you got, what's in here between the words. Sometimes they're dots. Sometimes it's a, cinquefoil, those little flowers. Sometimes you got dashes. Sometimes you got a dot over here and a semicolon over there. Huh? Dude, they just made these up as they went. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, but if you see it and it has S-O-U-S, be ready to pay a little bit more. But, you can get these things for, $6, $8, $10, $20. Might have all the letters. Yeah. There's a piece of history. They make shit up. You kidding? You had one guy and his job was just to make pennies and, for the bank. He's making money. And back in the day, they didn't have liquor laws like they do now. Yeah. Okay, the book is handy. It's Coins of Canada. All right. You can get these used for, $4, $5. Brand new. 2003, the suggested price was $12. But there's scads of information there. Screen, home. Half of the book is information. It'll tell you the story, you know, good stuff you need to know, much like the red book. I mean, what do you want to know? Here's all about the frickin' quarter. All right, here's that 1947 with the little maple leaf. Everybody says, what's the little maple leaf? This will give you the answer. This will tell you what. Okay. Dimes. Here's a little fish. Well, where's some $50? Yeah, centennial coinage in Canada. All right, the bobcat on the, what is it, quarter? Those are pretty slick. You got the dime had the fish. Where's the dime? I don't know where the dime is. We passed by the dime. Penny has the, here's the dime. Where's the freaking fish? There's a fish over there. That's their bicentennial, 67. Couldn't they do it in the 76 like the rest of the world? Come on, Canada, get your act together. Are there any Canadians in this chat right here? All right, where's the pennies? Well, it's got the rock dove on it. The nickel's got a bunny rabbit, I think. Where's the nickel? There's a bunny rabbit right in here. They're cute. You get those in, you know, top quality. Yeah, you know, $1. The $50. Now you get into silver here on the $50. 50 cents there. I'm looking for a roll of howlers. I want to get me a bunch of these howlers. That's Canadian $50, 1967. They're, what are they, 80% I think on silver? I don't know, man. But you should be able to get them for around 6 and sell them for around 8. You know, they're good shape. And they got the howling wolf. I think they're, you know, one of those cool things you got to have. All right, that's the old regular $50. We got a $50 here somewhere. Where'd that go? Wax Steel just sent some in. There's the regular Canadian $50 right here. You know, it's about as big as a picture. I'll never see this. Which way's up? Yeah, that's up. All right, now make it the size of that howling dog right beside it. There's your howler. There's your $50. That's a regular design. Can we look under here? Scope. There it is. Great detail on these. You got the lion, right? You get the Canadian unicorn. There you go, the Shield of Canada. And Mari Usque Admari, from sea to sea. That's in 1985. Ain't nothing wrong with Canadian coinage. Seems like a natural progression, right? Because it is right next door. A lot of people, like in the southern United States, they tend to go towards Mexican coinage because they can find that in the pocket change on occasion. Maine, all the stuff was, you know, we're born and raised on Canadian coins up in Maine. So the vending machines don't take it. So you get really pissed, you know, you get your change back, and there's a vending machine, it's like Pac-Man right here, and, you know, you're looking at a moose. Shh, I can't play my game. Can I get an American quarter? Damn it. Because their weight's a little bit different. And that's where the unicorns are. They're in Canada. Everybody knows this. Everybody but you. Different time zones. That's right. Right north of Maine, it's a different time zone. You know, Maine is Eastern time. Go directly north of Maine, you're in Canada, and it's like 1852. Seriously, the time zone difference, it's a killer. Santa Claus breeds the unicorns. They're part reindeer. What is this? It's a 61 spotty toned proof. This thing is yeller. Old yeller, come back yeller. That's spotty as hell, but it's got this interesting tone to it. It's probably from smoking. But the other side's clean. Okay, little It's toned up. Full, have you got full stairs? Probably. On the proofs here, you tend to get full steps pretty darn easily. And that's about what we got here. We got full steps. All right, that's a proof. I wonder if we can make it actually focus. So the whole thing is milky. Let's put it on the big one. But you got this gentle toning across it. Let's see if we can actually see the toning here. It's much more subdued on the reverse. On the front, however, can we see it? Let me try putting some shade on that. Something has to bring out the color well on this. There's got to be a way to show this off. All right, let's try something different. I need something black. Black. I got to get some more of this cloth. That's black like a hole in the world. Oh boy, that is black. Still doesn't help much. Okay, you're starting to get some color here. Too bad we will never be able to focus that thing. I hate that camera. All right, can we see it over here? Not unless we actually look over there. Scope. You see the color there on the right? That pink. That's what I got here. Let me show that. I got to tilt it so much that it slopes. All right. Well, we'll probably do something with that. To me, this is an undesirable proof. It's milky, it's spotty, it's toned up, but some people like this sort of thing. Well, the condition's fine. There's no question about that. Okay, get a little mark on it. Maybe a couple of them. Yeah. And some decent color here and there. That's what it's doing in my card. Some people like this sort of thing. Good morning, Whisker Stickers. Cigarette smoke gives silver coins a mahogany tone. I don't have many silver coins around here, usually. What's this? That's a silver coin with mahogany tone. That's a 42 Merc with crud all over it. Cindy, you get a bonus on this one. Yeah, I think this is a parking lot coin from 1942 when everybody drove Buicks. Morning, Zeke. SMS sets are terribly underrated. What do you got? 1.8 million, I think. You got like a couple of million on most of those. Where's Cindy's package? There. And 1942 Roadkill, Cindy. Yay! And a 1960-something proof with lots of color and spots. There, get this off. Get it off my desk. I've had enough of this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then I got a bunch of stuff up here. What's this? It's a 1954 Scuffy. See, I'll take this and put it in my junk silver bag. I got a guy who buys all the silver. I mean, everything I got. You got anything in that? Look in that drawer. No. No, I'm not feeling the love on this one. Pretty worn. But we've got some frontal issues. But right now, silver is kind of low. So it pressures me twice as much. You got any silver? You got any silver? No. Ain't worth a trip. Ain't worth a trip out here, man. Okay, this is uncirculated, but I got some contact marks. I got spots. I got blemishes. I got little dings here and there. Not good enough. I demand more from my coins. This one doesn't cut the mustard. All right, where's my coal bag? Here it is. There. That's a moderator bonus. Pile it on. That's a moderator bonus. Looks at 1954 Fordo. Okay. What's next? 1971. Spotty. Why would this be up here? No, this is like an MS-60 right here. There are some really nice 1971 double dies out there. Huh. Dog scratches. When grading, do they overlook some marks like the die scratches? Die scratches they'll overlook. Right? The idea is to grade the coin in the condition it was minted. If it has die scratches, that's the condition it was minted in. Right? The guy's got a freaking knife mark across his face. Well, that would take off points. That would probably just make it ungradable altogether. I think I know. I think I know why this is up here. Let's see if we can make that sharper. I'm getting little notches here. Can you make that out the side of the W? And I've got both sides of the U kind of shows up. So I'm going to compare that to what Wexler has to say. Top of the I, maybe. Top of the L wanted some attention as well. All right, we'll have a look at that. That one might be something. Yup. Hello, hello, undercover coin hunter. Yeah, we're just cleaning off my desk, having a look, finding all kinds of crap. 1971 DDO question mark. And I'll get to that because it has to be done. The Orange Trust. Okay, the right side of the Orange Trust seems to have some extra separation line, perhaps. Looks a little wider than it should be. I see nothing on the S. Yeah, we'll have another look at that. Drum detect. Good morning. I can get mine clean off too. I do this regularly. Well, irregularly. I need to do it more regularly. Oh, let's put that bouquet Sue away. Okay. I got no date. Bouquet Sue. And I'll have to come up with the obverse and reverse. I think it's a J10 or something like that, or J9. Those are key. Keep an eye out for those. Yeah, they didn't have colonials, they had banks. 1968 S, and what's it doing out? Oh, was that right? I want to look at that 8. I think that's what I wanted to do. I think that's what this is out for. Now, 68S has a couple of double dies, and they are very subtle. I mean, geez, you can You can walk right past that real quick. And I mean, it's just a slight little, just a little point sticking out by the 8. I think that's why this one's out. Oh, where's that piece? Black Steel sent this, and it's kind of handy, but it's hard to use. And that's a really high power magnifier. It'll blind you. Dude, I use this and I can't see nothing for 10 minutes. All right. Now I'm going to bend it in a little more so I put the light where I need it. Nah, I don't see a thing on that. No, I don't see a thing off of it either. Okay. Is it worth keeping? Spotted. Those are die scratches. It's been polished. But I was thinking there was a little extra piece on the 8, which I'm not seeing over here with this super duper thingy. Got a pimple. All right. Looks fine over here. Look how shiny that is. Come back. All right, to hell with it. That goes back. What's this one? Should I get this graded? Use that 70 MS70. That's right. It brings new life to old coins. Get yours today at fine stores near you by Numis Labs Incorporated. Mind you, you want to read that disclaimer first. Yeah, it's pretty excessive. Read that first. But there, only $19.99.99. Handy stuff, though. What do you got? 1954S, second rate. Good, but not too good. Find some holders. There. And we got a spot for it. 1954S. Taken. $1954S. Taken. $1954S. Taken. Does that look woody to you? It's just, oh, too far in. It's kind of streaky. Probably the same batch. Nope. Nope. right in here. I don't show you this, but it's a good time to show you this. If I can make some space over here, that's going to be, okay, can I shove this further off the desk? I need a bigger desk. There is just not enough room here. Come on. Okay, you're putting these coins into folders. Right, you put that in, it's a nice shiny one. Right, you shove on that with your thumb. No. No, what do you, no. Right, you can put a piece of plastic over it and then shove it with your thumb. You can use a cloth. It doesn't take a whole lot of power and pressure just to push that thing down in there. But don't get your finger directly on that. Look how clean that is. There. I'll go back up in that. Those batches. One day these will be filled. There. What's this say? I wonder what about from them? It's from Vegas. Shouldn't that have stayed in Vegas? Throw that out. All right, what do we got here? A satin. I keep telling people about these satins. They're $1. They're different from regular coins. 1910, no, 2010, the mintage on the satin P, less than 600,000. You need a catch tray like them Kearney games. Yeah, and then I have some people send me quarters. I get a Kearney tray. People send me quarters and I drop it in the slot. I think you might be onto something. I'm going to take a moment break and go check out the reading room real quick. Yeah. I'm sitting on it. Stop sitting on it. That was a word from our sponsor. Except he doesn't sponsor me. He's got a good show. Go check out CFA. Okay. You need a catch tray like them carny games. Yeah. Well, I was in the reading room. I thought, what if, right? There's so darn many laws in the U.S. we can't do anything anymore without a license and paying some politician. What if you got a boat registered in, I don't know, Aruba, right? Parked it 202 miles offshore, wherever you like. So you're in international waters. I think it's 3 miles offshore, whatever it is. It's not that far. And then you got the quarter game, right? We drop the quarter in and it moves. But instead of having regular quarters, you got silver down there. People send money to PayPal, right? And you drop quarters into that machine for that. That'd be a good show. You'd have to get around all those pesky laws that restrict our freedoms. Okay, 2010. These satins, seriously, they're different. Do I have one out? No. And when I take them out, I risk injuring that finish. Where's my scissors? Where are my scissors? Let's take one out. Ken cleaning his desk, it's always a treat. These mint sets, that's where you get the satins. You get them in the 2005 through 2010 mint sets. Nothing before, nothing since. Those mint sets, they used to be such awful things. Right? They're packed in cellophane, and really the coins just didn't hold up. They take a bucket, hold it under the hopper, right? And the mint is just making their regular coins. They gather some up, make their mint sets out of these. Well, these satins are special. The planchets are burnished, so they're polished real nice. If I can get that out, that'd be great. How do I get this out? There. But the old style mint sets, the cellophane didn't provide any attention. They clack them around. They didn't care. I mean, they were doing the government worker everything job, and they're just second rate. Okay, I got some over there. Where are they? I got some newer dimes here somewhere. There. All right. Going through a whole bunch of dimes. You ever keep like the best? Ooh, this one's good. Of course, they're probably brand new. Just got cracked out of the roll. And they'll have, there you go, fully split bands or something. Okay, here's a business strike. This is probably like 2 years old. Okay, 3 years old. 2015 D. Yeah, it's glossy. Okay, it's got some marks. It's going back. I'll spend this. Do you see this? It's not glossy. It's dull. It scatters the light in 50 different directions. And here's a brand new dime. Shiny like a new dime. Dull. Everything is sharp. Check that out. Let's look at it over here. On the right is the satin. On the left is the shiny new dime. Okay, yeah, it's glossy, all right. You see the blue from the camera. That's the darn blue light from the camera, right? Right over there. All right. And you got cartwheel on that satin, but it's not. Let me see if I can make it just blind the camera. Not really. Well, that's what the hell the difference is. They're better. They're pretty. They're clean. They're neat. They're cool. And they are very crispy. Scope, where are you? All right, here you go. The details are exquisite. Mind you, they made a whole lot, many fewer of these. Business strike, satin. That's the way a coin should look. Man, the camera loves these things. Matte finish, no, satin finish. Matte is a little bit different. If you roll your 4x4 off police report, sorry, loading, do you have to fill out my computer's dyslexic. Do you have to fill out a police report if you roll your 4x4? I'm not able to answer that because I don't understand the question. Need to make a speed loader so they just spin it. All coins will land in the exact same spot. The quarter dropping thing? Yeah, you never know. Well, that's what you get for these satins. Business strike. Yeah, this one, I think I'll spend that one. I got too many marks on his face to keep. Let's see if we can get way in close and have a look and see what the hell that is. Okay, there's your business strike. Now, a lot of what you're seeing is the grain of the metal. That's not grain of the metal, it's a splash. Probably a booger or something. And that looks good. And here, there's your surfaces, your fields. And then you got this. And can you see this texture? It's like they sandblasted it with a very fine material. Now they're still uncirculated, so you're going to have, little rubs on that plastic. Yeah, you can get 70 on these. It's actually SP 70 is the way they grade. It'd be a special strike, like an SMS. But those 70s are few and far between, and dude, they go for $1,000 bucks. Most of them are 68 and 69 out of the sets. I'll give you a new one. Where's my new ones? There's one. I think they use aluminum oxide to sandblast it. It could be. I know they have done like an abrasive before. Okay. That's a 2010D satin. And we'll put that right in there. There. It's in there. And I got a box of satins over here. I'll put it right in there. And this one goes in my send it back to the bank box. Okay, what's this one? Morning, GPR. Golden Payday Reviews is here. I think the coffee is ready. When I was there in the reading room, I also took a moment to make some extra coffee. What you got here? What catches your eye right off? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Aluminum oxide is good. I found coffee is much better. Some people put aluminum oxide in their coffee. It helps take out the bitter. And you can get it, just get your regular old 20 grit, right, like floor sanding paper, and you got to scrape it off. And it's tough, but you can do it. You need like some 10 grit, and it'll come right off. And just stir it in. Let it steep for, just a few moments. This looks to be a streak. Somebody squished a bug on this penny. This is nothing. That is a discoloration. All right, what would do that to an S? A little bit of damage would do that to the S. Okay, I got a 1946 S with the sans serif S. And it took a hit up on the left side. And it's, pretty old tired dye to begin with. And it's got some spots. And some lint. Nothing with the eyeball. Pretty worn, kind of flattened. Oh, and that took us, okay, this is nothing. That took a hit. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, so I'll refill the coffee shortly here. I don't see anything here that makes it stand out. Okay, got some more of that streakiness. Is that a discoloration or is that like wood grain in there? Because if it's wood grain, it's just a splash. Way to go, right there. What would do that to a coin? That goes in the box. What's this one? 1950. See anything funny with them? I don't. More than a silver rookie. I'm cleaning up the desk. It's time. This is a standard 1950 penny. Circulated, been passed around, got some spots, got some nicks, got some bumps, got some contact. It's in okay shape, but it's nothing really to write home about. This is good for about a nickel. Octoberfest, that's right. We're going to drink beer and look at pennies. For a month. We've been doing it for 13 days already. What you got? 1937, and this baby has been cleaned. Note how dull the color is. Note how reflective it is. Here's a regular brown penny. Where's home? There we go. There you go. One is cleaned. Can you tell which? And I would say, looking at this thing, it's been through a rock tumbler because it's just about polished. That needs to go in my show box. Okay, here's my show box. We'll make a show out of this. Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of videos on cleaning coins or not, how not to clean coins. So people can better pick them out. Now that's beyond catch up. That was tumbled. I'll take it out and show you. Come on, get in there. Okay. Now it's got some glossiness to it because it was a high, not a high, a very small grain of grit that was used on this, and it tumbled and tumbled and just polished itself up. So if we tilt that and get an idea of what we're talking about. And it reflects the light. Not quite mirror-like, and you can see here, it's been around. It's been around the block plenty of times. But some of the finer details been smoothed over. And the fields, yeah, they're clean. Dude, they are clean. There's not an ounce of grime on this thing. Look inside the wheats. They are cleaned out. That should be full of crud. What's in the back of this one? There you go. See any crud in those? Of course there's crud in those. Nothing in them. How about inside the letters? You see this all the time. Anything inside the letters? Yeah. Crud. You get some mechanical doubling on this one. Yeah, that's MD everywhere. Crud. Crud. Crud inside the U. But on that one, spotless. Look at how pretty that is. Been cleaned. Okay, let's see if we can see the detail here. Everything's kind of smoothed over. 1937. That's too bad. And if you can get the focus just right, you'll get to a level where all of a sudden, all at once, you get this massive number of just little lines all over it. That's where you reach up. That's where you reach the level where that the polishing abrasive really stands out. Okay, cleaned. That's why when you get these coins, you know, it's been graded by PCGS. It says improperly cleaned. Yeah, under the right magnification, it just boink, jumps right out at you. You might not see it down here at this level of magnification, but when you get it just right, it just explodes on the surface. There it is. Looks real nice and shiny here, but when you get it just right, unmistakable. There it is. You don't see it quite so much here. You see the the myriad scratches. All right, but you kind of got to get it just right, and then it's everywhere. Damage, damage. And then the scratches explode onto the scene. No good. So that's ready for a class. I finally got Wi-Fi, so now I can watch you guys, but it takes a lot of work to get it. Sorry to hear it. Hope it's worth it. We'll try not to let you down. Where's the class? Here you go. That's a shell box. That's what that goes into. Ketchup. It looks like it had been in a penny hopper going round and round. I'm taking, you know, a rock tumbler, jewelry cleaner. You know, they get them things, they polish the rocks with them. Hey, look, if you like polishing rocks, I'm all for you, you know. But you put a coin in there and then pass it off as being valuable. Now you're doing a disservice to the hobby. 47. Okay, I don't see anything wrong with this. What is it doing here? It's a decent shape. It's nothing to write home about. Kind of beat up on the vest there just a little bit. What's the back look like? It's got that. Okay. Oh, that one, this is the one that had the mechanical doubling on it. That's MD. See the top of the R, how the top of the R is thinner? You got two parts of the top of the R. Together, they're normal size, but just one of them is thinner than it should be. Top of the B, you got two lines. One alone is not the regular thickness of that, but two together is the regular thickness. That's MD, 100%, guaranteed. Unless you'd like to spend $1,000 on this coin, I'm going to put that in the bag, and somebody get that for the big show. And a shelf like, what's this one? 1950, another 1954S. See anything funny about it? No, we got some polishing lines. So when I see polishing lines, what did they polish out? Why did they polish this coin? And first thing I'm thinking is clash marks. So I'm going to look under the neck. Under the neck's a great one to find it. Look beside the date. On the left of the 1. Should be vertical. Look behind the head for an O. Is that an O? No. It's just a coincidental discolorization there. I got a couple of contact marks here. Lots of polishing. Why would they polish it so much? I see no sign of clashes. Eyeball looks good. Okay. This is an unremarkable. It's shiny. It's pretty. It's new. It's clean. It's bright. You get every bit of original luster, but it has too many blemishes to be anything. That one's just not good enough. There, we got one. We got it. If I tilt that just right, and it's got to be just right, you're going to see at the C, and it goes up here, probably about a 75-degree angle, comes down here towards the bottom of the E from about here. If I tilt that right, you can see that line. That's a clash mark. That is the back of A's back. And we'll look over on this side for another one. Right there. On the end, that's his throat. That's a common spot for the end. That's his throat. So when you see under the, right in front of the throat, a clash line, it'll be vertical, straight up and down. That's the M. And that little input, that little indent right here, that is oftentimes found on the N in scent. And that's a clash. And that explains what all these little lines are and why they polished the die. They still left some over here. I don't see any headlines. Okay, so that's a little clash. But, well, it's not a winner though. But there's kids out there that don't have them this nice. All right, do I keep it? What do you do with this? It's worth like, 10 cents, maybe a quarter. I got a bag back here of wheat pennies that are worth more than, your standard wheat pennies, but are less than $1. I'll put it in there. Burnt grease. I see it. Getter cheese, guys. GTR. Gator. So it took me the longest time to identify clash marks. Oh, you'll find them. They're one of the easiest and most common things to find. $1955S. Is that a clash? Behind the head, vertical line. Memorials are easy. You're looking for the memorial. Is that a clash? That should be where the C is. Look up here. No, I do have some polishing marks. And wiggle that coin back and forth under the light, and you can see more stuff. Piece of lint. Nothing there. How about the back? Got some discoloration here. Does that look like a fingerprint? Yes. Yes, it does. Some douchebag handled this. I'm sure it wasn't me. But that's what happens to your brand new shiny pennies when somebody handles it once. I don't see any evidence of clash. What's that right in here? That's a little clash right there. A lot of clash marks are really, really light. What do we got going on up here in Pluribus? Let's get up there and take a look. but it'll help you identify, is it a damage, or is it, is it a clash? Is there an explanation here? Yeah, it's a clash. Is that a clash? That'd be the bottom of Abe's bust. Yeah, it's about the right spot for it. But I think, no, I think that's actually an issue with die wear more than anything else. That's just a worn die. Creating that. Is that a worn die, or is that something else? It is distinct. It has width, it has thickness, it has purpose. What would that be? The vertical, the diagonal line beside the B. All right, let's look at that. Well, it's a perfect spot for a bust clash, but it's not consistent with a bust clash because it's got extra width to it. I'm going to stick that out to the side and see if I can explain that another time. Yeah. (1955) and what the hell was that? A pluribus? Yeah, pluribus. I'll just write C pluribus. There. Now we'll know what the hell that thing is one day. And I'll put that in the box for things that I ought to take a look at sometime. An oculated gas bubble. Maybe, but boy, that sure is a long oculated gas bubble. (1955) doubled, poor man's double die. That's a worn out die. People get $100 for these. Crooked people. I need to be more crooked and sinister. This is dog turd. This is a just nasty little coin. Bye bye. What's this? 2006 P. It's not a satin. Ah, aha. You seeing it? You seeing it? Okay, we got a cracked skull. The die crack starts up here. It starts right up here. Goes to a head. Continues to about here. A little scratch here. It's nothing. God, look at cheapskate coins. That's what he looks like. That's him. It's a Roosevelt with a cowlick. That's right. Anything in the back here? On the back of these Roosevelts, you take a hard look around, right around this center, right? You're looking for doubling in and around and inside these separations on the oak leaves. You look for extra bits on these leaves, especially, and along the side of both sides of that flame. Otherwise, scope around the far outside. All right. I'll check that on Cuds on Coins, see if they have it listed. If they don't, I'll take a picture and send it in. That's a die crack. What was it, 2006 P? That'll give me something to do later today. What's the error box? Didn't I start another error box? Cracks. Shows. Clean up. Put it in that box. That's getting full. Would you call that a spiked head? Absolutely, 100%. That was a spiked head. Here, what do you got? We got a doo-doo head. See, we got the doo-doo extending from the rim to the head. And a die chip at the bottom of the doo-doo. Die chip on his eyebrow. Die chip on his chin. Brand new. What is that up there? What is this line? Let's look at the back. I don't see anything special here yet. Yeah, a little bit tiny die chips right up here. Tiny ones. On these, you check the leaves. This looks pretty normal here. This looks good here. Sides are good. Excuse me. You get a lot of die chips will be up and down these branches, right? They'll be, you know, the size of a leaf sometimes. So you give those a good look through. I don't see any evidence of clashes. There's a little crack right here. But you check these points. Check the points on those dimes. And you're looking for splits on these serifs. High and low. And look for the places where it's not a straight line. Like this, the center of the M, that's kind of like a 90 degree. You know, check that S, or you know, check the points on the A where it's not a 90 degree. Well, I don't know what this is doing on my desk here, except that, am I looking at this? It's not a clash. These die chips aren't big enough to really mention. You see me move my head a little when I'm looking at these things? I'll change the angle of light by moving your head, because it's sometimes easier than reaching over and grabbing the light. I don't see a single thing on this that would make me hold it on. That's a little, just a little crease on the die is all that is. Means nothing. I don't see anything on this that would make me say, hey, hold on a minute. Get that going. I might be on today as well. It's about time. Mantic's on tonight. What day is it? It's Saturday. I missed all of yesterday. That's right. 4:30 Central Time. So 5:30 Eastern Time. It's a 55S. Looks great. It's got bright and coppery and dark. It's kind of got three tones. Anything special about it? I don't see any clashes. No hint of doubling. No hint of RPM. And a little crack out of the one. Piece of lint here and there. Eyeball looks perfect. You see the color? That's what I'm talking about. No, it's not wood grain. Yeah, that seems to me to be some kind of contaminant. What's on the back? Perfect, 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 perfect. Ain't nothing wrong with this. Just some discoloration. And the occasional hair. Alright, what do I have this out? The back is beautiful. Not a problem in the back. Perfect color. In the front, we got a lot going on. We got all kinds of discoloration going on. We're not going to see it there. I'm not going to see it here either. There. There we go. I get some neat discolorations here. Some are roundish, which suggests moisture. All right, but I get some that are different. These silvery specks. Yeah, and they're all over the place. It looks like it's been contaminated by God knows what. Hard to say. All right, put that on the better than nothing pile. Some people used to say in '55, tobacco used to double the date on Lincoln cents. That's how Lincoln used to hang around in cigarette packs. It could be. Yeah, they put it was like change, right? It was easy to put a penny in the cigarette pack and put the pack in a vending machine. That was their change. Okay, what is it? Oh, it's a small date. It's a 1960 small date. Okay, that's one of the, here's a dollar small date. Second rate, not good enough. Anything on the back? All right, we'll put that in the dollar deal box. I'm going to do a dollar deal show sometime. There's the dollar deal box. It's getting full, but mostly because I've been cleaning up the desk. Morning, Lincoln. Where have you been? 1999. Why would I have a 1999? Look. Right there. See, I hunt for these things. That's a spiked head. And you find them. And when you find them, you send in some pictures and get that put in your name. There it is. Goes from the head, no, from the rim to the head. Takes a little, follows a little bit, comes on down, hits him in the eyeball. There's a secondary crack here. That's what we got. But it's a 99. I got to know. Okay, it's a close AM. I want to see a wham. I want to see a wham with a spiked head. Anything around the statue? Put some shadow on there. I don't see anything here. All right, check these. Points look good. Points look good. Points, what's that? Crud. Dots look good. Look at the very corners of the, like the M, right, and the S. The S. Nothing wrong there, but it's a spiked head. Have a good day, Diane. We're just talking about coins. A bang for you, buck. You'll bang me for a buck? Dude, I'm hard up enough, I might just give you that opportunity. Okay, so 99. Spike head. There, that's 2 spike heads. And I don't know if they're listed. If they are, I'll write it down. If it's not, I'll send it in. Zinc coins, the planchet cracks before the die. Well, but the zinc is harder than the copper was. So 82, 83, you got huge numbers of die cracks, especially on the obverse. Haven't seen Lemonhead lately. It's been a week. Maybe it's on vacation. Don't know. I have no information. I sent him a letter saying, where you at? No response yet. Look at that. Here's the video. We'll get back to that another time, I suppose. Oh, here's that thing. There's nothing written on it. Oh, I like this. This is a neat one. I picked this up just because I wanted it. I think I spent way too much. It's a copy. That's my Continental Currency copy. Made out of pewter. You get the rings. Well, look at that. What happened with Zeppo? Zeppo's out there. He just made another video not too long ago. I'll have to put his t-shirt back on, get him over here. Yeah, I see him on Facebook now and again. Give him copy to that youngin' of his. Copy. Okay, not a problem. This is a Continental Currency, and if you get a real one, dude, you got big money coming at you. There you go, Continental Currency. Now it comes down to the spelling. You know, how many R's or something in currency. But I had to have this. It's a copy. I show it. I take it out. I show it off. Brag. Tell people, you're nothing. You suck. Look what I got. Make them feel bad. When they start crying, I put it away. My work is done here. Okay, that goes in my personal set, and well, that box will be my personal set for now. What you got here? That stinking hag. Yeah, that's this nasty. That's a proof. Toned up. No, I can try to put it away. I find it unremarkable otherwise. What you got here? 1914 with a slice. Thanks for nothing. All right. 1914 with a slice in good condition. Nothing there. Oh, where's that bag? Right in there. Oh, here's that one. Okay, I get a clip and a double die. It's easier to see the clip. What is it, 1970 something? 1979. And let's see, can you see the double die? We get extra metal under a nose, mouth, chin, and that's extra metal, babies. Up here in the tiara. Top of her head, inside there somewhere. On the back of the head. Well, camera's getting warm, getting finicky. All right, well, we'll just let, oh, and on the eye you can see. Yep, they're out there. You can find neat stuff. That'll go my guy's ready. Why would I have a bicentennial quarter sitting here? I don't know. I don't see anything special about them. Nothing gets my attention yet. Drummer boy, bells worn, or the drum is worn. Well, you know, if you got a bunch of these, and you need a lot of them, people are buying them on eBay in big quantities. Here you go. Right here is clashed. Right here. That's why I have that. It's a little clash. Yeah, I keep that stuff because I'm a sick individual. I'm a nerd. Oh, we get a little more clash down here. That's his chin, face. His nose would be somewhere in pluribus, and his forehead would be coming back in this direction. I don't see any evidence there. How about the other side? There we go. There's his bow. Not his bow. We got two bows. We got bow on top of bow. This guy's got a little bow, but here's the bigger bow of Washington's head or something. Let's see how well that lines up. Yeah, that's Washington's bow. Is this bit? And what is this something? Nope. Okay, clash. What'd you find? You found a 1916 S coin while hunting last night in good. Dude, go with it. You know, anything before 1940. 1940, the war starts, production of everything jumps up. Anything before 1940. Seriously. What do you got? 25 million wheat pennies? Is that right? No, 25 billion. And I think 5% of them are before 1940. Okay, 1976D, reverse clash. I did the math. It's on my blog. I didn't memorize it. You know, you're collecting a nerd when you don't have 2 jars, bags. You have 5-gallon water jugs full of pennies. Been there. Those take forever to get through. There. We'll add that to that collection. What's this one? Oh, God, another one. 99, circulated. Old hag. Had one of those onks once. Anything special about this one? I'm not seeing it. There, you see this mark. You see this mark. This is not a mint mark. This is another coin impacting this coin. And that is because that's what's hitting it, the reeds. I don't see anything special about this. All right. Stick it in a flip and call it good. I'll get to that one day. It's down here. $1956D with a fingerprint. What are you doing here? Well, it's okay. Yeah. Open this bag. Oh, I'm getting ready for a nap here. The Ortega lady. What's this? I've been looking for this. I wonder where this went. 1998. Ta-da! That's a wham. Okay, we should do another. It's getting time to do another class on whams and cams. I'll stick this in the class can for now. That's a decent one. Full steps all the way across. Not a touch of, not a trace of wear. Full luster. That's a good one. I should have my auction package here in an hour. What'd you get? In an hour. Jesus. Oh, from, what the hell? From last week? Jesus. Well, I can only fit so much of my my mailbox at a time. So if it doesn't fit in the first day, it goes out the second day. All right, where'd you go? There you go. That's a shiny, brand new 1998 cam. I wham. Last week. What'd you get? You got a couple of eagles. You got, did you get a silver bar? A couple of eagles. I'd have to check. I have no idea what you got. But you'll like it, I'm sure. Okay. Where's the show box? Hey, Black Seal's here. We were just showing off your stuff the other day. Scope. We were just showing off your Canadian scent earlier because going through the desk and I got, you know, Canadians on there. This one isn't good enough. I got a mark on her head, a mark on her forehead. Full luster, but not good enough. What's the date? 64. And I want to look on these earlier Canadians, the young heads. Check that date, the fourth letter. You're looking for a chin. You're looking for a clash right here. Because you got some hangers. You got hanging numbers. And if you look at the other side, you're looking for this as the mark, the inside of her chin. Which over here would start somewhere over here and come over and then take a turn and go down to intersect the date. Well, the back is in better shape. Bit of a scuff over here. If we get that to focus even. That's about it. Okay, another place to check on some of these. Look under the one for polishing marks, because that's a big deal. Right? You got 3 lines, they're called a ukulele. You got 4 lines, you call it a guitar or something. How many strings on a guitar? Maybe it's 5 lines. All right, but this one's not good enough. I got too many contact marks in the front here. All the details. She's uncirculated, but this is just too much on her face. Nah, too many blemishes. That's like an MS-60. Not good enough. Slabs and proof sets. Proof sets? Proof sets. Look, if everything doesn't arrive, just give me a message. We'll find out. Proof sets. Slabs and proof sets. Silver? Maybe. Dude, so much stuff moves out of here, I don't know what it is sometimes. It comes in, I look at it, it's gone. 2012, what's it doing here? The date looks right. RTY looks right. Yep. LB looks right. My coin is due today too. Oh, good. What'd you get, Anna? Silver mint sets and 2 slab eagles. Silver mint 60s. There was a 63, right? Is it 63 and 64 or something like that? That's right. Oh yeah. Well, I don't see them around here. Yeah, it's a pretty good bet that it's on the way. You should get those directly. That's right. I barely got to know those. Nope, I got no idea why this 2012 is on my desk. They got DDRs on these, and you look for the feet, right? Look for the foot of the eye, that bottom foot to be, taller, fatter, big feet. And check out, let's see, there's the point. Right, look right in here for doubling. I don't see a thing wrong with this. Any cracks? No, I don't know why this is on my desk. Bye-bye. That's out of here. I might have cleaned it with a toothbrush. You never know. It sure is a chilly morning. 54 out there. Man, what the hell's going on? 54D. There's a tiny die crack on his forehead. A little tiny one on the... What's that? A hair or something. And a little tiny chip on the bottom of the R. Right here. There you go. You get a little crack right here. Another one there. What's that? What's that? What is that? Can you see that? Oh, that's a piece of lint or spider web or something. I don't see any problem with a D. No, that looks pretty typical. Let's look at the back. Those look to be perfectly normal lines. Now, I think it's here. I was probably doing a 5-coin special there. Sometimes I pull these out for the big show, right? Have them ready. Because you always have that, $1, $2, $3, $4 or whatever at the end. And this helps fill it up. Ain't a thing wrong with that. That's what it looks like in real life. All right, set that up. $53 in Philly, going to a high of 59. We'll be 85 in no time. You get a frost. We get about 3 a year. It's enough that if I get a frost, I don't get loquats. If I do, no frost, I get 3 trees out here that'll be covered with the darn things. Some years I get so you can't eat them all. Dude, you grab the big ones. That's it. Let the rest go. I tried dehydrating them. Really, there's not much left of a loquat when you dehydrate it. And they're not really all that good anyway. They got, half the volume, half the radius is this giant pit in there. Okay, we eat the thing, spit out the pit. It's like a watermelon seed, only it's like a marble. What did we say that was? 54D. 1954D. Make that a dollar deal, put in a dollar deal box. But you get so darn many of the darn things, and they're good on the tree for like a month. All right, they start coming ripe. Then you get out there, it's like a mild orange, a really mild orange. And they're about, this big around. Just walk over the tree. You don't even have to pick them. Just bite it right off the tree. Sometimes you get a surprise and you let him fly out. Don't let that stop you. What's this one? But they're okay. You know, they're light and fruity and just a little bit citrusy. Can you tell when I got a coin that I'm just not happy with? Can you tell? All right, this one's that one's kind of a goner. I think some of this, and a very little bit, might be some lamination, like above the 1 and 9. But a lot of this looks like it's just damaged and scratches and beat up. And that's a little bit of everything. But there's not much left to it. That's a big fat scrape across his head. Yeah, a lot of this is laminations. But there's as many scratches as anything else. Okay. All right, I'm just going to stick it in this bag. I don't see that have any super value. Do we look at this one yet? There's another 1999 circulated SBA. Yep. Anything wrong with it except the look. That's a little bit of MD right there. All right. I put those in the big show for like $1.10. All right, what's this? 62. Proof. A little bit spotty. Put that in a dollar deal. Every time you put that hag up, I want to run. I get this shiver. It's more like a react, you know. It happens. Old women looked like that in the 1800s, don't they? My grandmother looked like that because she was from the 1800s. That isn't a DD blocks. Man, what's this one? Another one of those clean pennies. Do not do this to your pennies. Okay. What do? I probably ought to give those away in the big show so people have an example of a clean penny because they don't cost nothing. Yeah. But I don't want to pay for the flip to put it in. What do? I throw it on the desk and leave it there. What's this? This is what gets me, right? Okay. You got some artistic license used here. Gateway to Discovery. You got, what's that, Ponce de Leon ship, right? Because Ponce was farting around Florida before anybody else. Right? He's just checking the place out. He says, nice place, but, you know, we could put a nice theme park right here. That's Ponce. He's not. You don't actually get to see. Wait, is that him? That's him right there. Right. But you got artistic license. You got the space shuttle. Okay. And you got this. Does that look like, you know, Windows on a freaking 747? This is cargo bay back here. From the first window to the last, this is cargo bay. You do have these on the side of the shuttle, and they are portals, but it's to help depressurize the and repressurize the cargo bay as it's passing through the atmosphere. Because I mean, if you don't depressurize it when you go into orbit, the whole thing's just gonna freaking explode, right? So they're portals, but they're nowhere near this big. I mean, they're like 3 inches across. That's excessive artistic license. Alrighty. That's doing on the desk. There's nothing else here that says I gotta keep this. Okay, we'll send that back. Oh, here's a couple of flips. My flip box. Okay, that can go away. That can go away. That can go away. Who saves all this? What's this say? Invoices. Go in the invoice box. That can go away. Time to throw those away. I gotta get some new gloves, man. Oh, good. Here's my penny rollers. Good, I've been needing these. Yeah, I knock over the cup. Well, my penny rollers go everywhere. There, now I can get that. Oh, look at all this stuff under those penny rollers. There's a penny. Oh, there's another brush. I can brush off the dust. There, I've been needing that. I don't have to blow it so much. 1921. Where have you been, baby? He looks pretty good. What you got here? I got a 1921 in XF. Probably a higher end XF now. We got a gouge on his head. Little hair on O, but I got my brush. Huh? That's where these are handy. How do you look in the back? Good, sharp, full lines. A couple of small rim issues. Yep, that's not coming off. What's that? Is that crud? That's not coming off. What's that one go for? Any coloration? Color looks good. AU? That's what I'm thinking. I got a little bit above the ear, right? Tiny bit on the forehead, jaw. The bow tie, you got both pieces coming. But that one on his forehead, that's great. That's not doing it any favors. Let me look this one up real quick. Come on. Yeah, Windows reloaded, so it shut down on my spreadsheets. Let's look at Wheat, 1921. AU, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll do a $15 starting bid on that. Okay, that's not too bad. It says I got $25 listed for AU 50. That little scar on his face not doing him any favors. I got no idea what I paid for it, and it's probably nothing. Sometimes I get stuff for nothing. Did you check through those oldies yet? I'm supposed to check through them. Home. Where'd I put you? I got you down here. I'm supposed to check through those. We got. Well, we put your shirt on the other day. Oh, the oldies. Those. No. I'm supposed to check through them. I was just going to hand them out. Here's some oldies. There's a roll of 72s. And a roll of 2018 P. So we'll give them a choice of P or D. That's a untouched roll right there. 2018 Ps. No. I was just going to send them out. What do you get for oldies? Huh. I think it'd be more fun to just send them out whole. Scope. Well, that's a little too close. That's the ender. $1970 something. God knows what. 73D. Anything? I can't see anything right off. Yeah, I'm going to send them out just like that as a roll. Because what's really neat, you get different dye varieties in different parts of the country. So I've got no idea what's in there. It'll be fun. Jesse, but don't open the 2008. No, that goes out whole, just like that. There we go. So the Canadian back in here. The copper round in here. Lots of good stuff. Jesus, 10 o'clock? Where does the time go? What's this one? Another damn Merc. It's a 44. VF. Unmolested. Okay. Molested. That one's crap. That one's good for melt. What's in here? 1942S. Look, it says 1942S. Those are my good holders. For some reason, I already put this in a good holder. What's wrong with it? Oh, it's probably because I don't have a 1942S. So now I do. Good. All right, we'll leave that right up here. All right. Well, I've been going for 2.5 hours, just trying to clean off the desk. We had some successes, right? I got the cards, because I put stuff on here for the big show, and then they just get shoved to the back table, and they sit there for 6 weeks or whatever. And I found another one of these, which is key to the operation around here. There. Got some of that mess picked up. Yeah, baby steps. I'll worsen it over time. For sure. I'll get a few things found here. We'll get a couple things set up for shows. Oh, we'll get the Greek paint. What's this? Oh, good. It's a 1915. Not great. Error, I believe. That's good. That's bathroom tile. Do it. I get some bathroom tile out in the garage. I'll grab one. Show you what I'm talking about. See how smooth that head is? And it's almost back to planchet. Well, that's good. Plus, you got some berries discernible. 1915. That's probably $1 deal right there. What's that say? It says 4 bin. 4 bin. Look, it's PJ. PJ. That's PJ number 28. PJ is post job. That thing's been floating around this desk for 2 years. Can you have a list on who is doing coin classes in November? We started it. It's small. There's only like 3 people on there. Me, Ricer, Mantic, CJ. Somebody else was going to do, okay, Canadian Coins, Amy Smith, and somebody was going to do another thing. There's only like 5 or 6 so far, but we're going to start talking about that too. He lost his ear, gone. Yeah, what's that movie? Reservoir Dogs? Dixie is bad scene. Mr. Brown, I think. Mr. Blue. One of those guys. Yeah, but if you want to do a show for the upcoming coin seminar weekend, now that's in a month. We still got four weeks to go. Start talking about it. Start promoting it. Tell people get involved. Tell them to, invite other people. Do some promotional. Make some promotional art so we can share that around on Facebook or Twitter, or wherever else. But we'll have a lot of the same people and probably some new ones. Yep. We'll go from there. Okay, look, it's 11 o'clock. I'll probably run up to the store real quick. I didn't get to last night. It was just too darn late. Everything was closed. I got to get some bread and some milk. I just got bread and milk. Okay, I eat too much bread and drink too much milk. What are you going to do? But yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. It's what I do. It's fun. Yep. And when I go to the store to get bread and milk, I can take my time. I talk to everybody in the store. Sometimes I like to find those, see if they got a whoopee cushion and walk around the store with a whoopee cushion. Oh, beg your pardon, ma'am. And tune into Mantic Show later today, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern, sometime Western. Why don't they have it? They call it Pacific time. Shouldn't they call it Western time? Because we're East. It just doesn't make any sense. Cindy says, stay groovy. Okay. Every day. It's a lot of fun. And I'm working on more projects. Yeah, we're going to make all this stuff an actual creation. Yeah, let's see the wide AM. Good, I need some diagnostic photos. Yeah, we'll keep it up. Okay, guys, I've had enough. It's time for me to use the reading room again. I'm out of coffee. We'll go from there. You guys stay groovy.